r/Nosleep. Posted by Reddit user RobertMort. The light in my basement keeps turning on and off. My son noticed it first. "The light is on," he said, pointing to the basement door. I walked over. Sure enough, the basement light was on. Golden light spilled through the crack under the door. "Daddy must have left the light on," I said. At least he remembered to lock the door. That was the important thing. The chain was drawn over it, making sure Owen couldn't get in and fall down the stairs. "I'll go turn it off," I said, stepping towards the door. The light turned off. I stopped in my tracks, my brain not fully processing the implication. Then it burst into my head and I froze, every hair standing on end. Someone turned off the light. Someone is down there. "John? Is that you?" I called. Silence. "John!" I shouted. Footsteps thumped the stairs overhead. John appeared, poking his head over the banister, looking down on us. "What do you need?" I think someone's in the basement," I whispered. "What? Why?" As if to answer his question, the light turned on. "Someone's turning the light on and off." He joined me in front of the door. We both watched the light. After about 30 seconds, it turned off. Then, just a few seconds later, it turned back on. Probably just a faulty connection. He walked towards the door, confidently, and reached for the chain. "John, no." "What? You really think someone's down there?" He laughed. "We live in one of the safest towns in the country, Kate. It's not like we're going to have some burglar sitting down there, messing with our lights at 6 p.m. "Anything can happen anywhere," I muttered. "Okay, but the lock's still engaged. How would they even get down there?" "They're one of the windows." "Would have to be pretty small burglar then, like kid-sized." He slid the chain away and opened the door. Wish me luck. As soon as he stepped in, the lights turned off. Unperturbed, John reached into his pocket and pulled out his phone. With a few taps, the flashlight came on. White light filled the stairwell, then descended as John walked down the stairs. I listened to the footsteps fade. "Dadda's in the basement," Owen said with a grin. "Want to go in the basement too?" No, I said, blocking his path, keeping my eyes on the door. "Stay here." The seconds ticked by and I waited for John's voice to come up, but only silence followed. Then, the lights turned on and off, on, off, on, off, flashing across the stairwell. Then finally, it turned off. "John?" Glancing back at Owen, I walk up to the door and peer down. Pitch darkness. Not even light from John's flashlight. I reach out and flick the light switch. It didn't work. "John, are you okay?" A pause. Then, his voice, weakly calling up from some place unseen in the basement. "Lock the door. John, lock the door. Oh God. Oh." Owen's footsteps sounded behind me. I quickly stepped out, slammed the door shut, pulled the chain across it, and grabbed my phone and dialed 911. But something in my heart told me I'd never see John again. When the police came, they ran down and searched the basement. But they didn't find John or anyone else. The place was empty. All they found was his phone, face down in the cement. I cried all night, and days went by. Owen asked for his daddy. It was heartbreaking. But, as it turns out, I was wrong about never seeing John again. A week from the incident, after Owen went to sleep, I heard a strange thump coming from the basement. I didn't dare unlock the door. Instead, I went outside into the cold night, armed with mace and a flashlight. A figure moved in the darkness amongst the boxes and stacks of junk. I turned on the flashlight and shined it inside. The beam was dim, attenuated by the dust and grime stuck to the windows. But, even in the shadow, I recognized the long face and messy blonde hair. John. His eyes pure white, hair stilted and clumsy, wounds slashing his body in a way that couldn't possibly leave him alive. I stood up, shaking. As I did, the lights turned on, spilling out onto the grass.